Hey guys, welcome back to the Collector Car Network. My name is Luke. What we have here today is the 2025 Toyota Crown Signia. This is the second edition or entry in the Crown family following the sedan. This is going to be a more upscale SUV. Now, it's not quite a Lexus, but it's not quite your average Toyota either. This thing is kind of like a luxury meets practicality. And if you're wondering if this replaces the Venza for this year, Toyota won't confirm that, but let's just say it pretty much is. Now, what we're gonna do in today's video is do a quick walk around on the exterior. We're gonna check out the powertrain, check out the interior, and of course, take this thing for a test drive.
Just bought your dream car or thinking about a new ride? Whether it's a brand new vehicle like the one featured in this video or your trusty everyday driver, our partners at legendarycarprotection.com have your back. Recommended by ClassicCars.com, they offer top-notch coverage for new cars as well as your current classic, collector, exotic, or daily driver. Purchase a warranty and protection plan online, fast, easy, and with a range of coverage options to fit your budget. Enjoy flexible month-to-month plans, no commitment, no hassle, and if you need a repair, only top-notch pros from their exclusive network handle it. Stranded on the road? Their 24/7 roadside assistance is just a call away. LegendaryCarProtection.com, because your dream car deserves a dream protection plan. Visit www.legendarycarprotection.com to get your free quote today. It's worth noting the price differences between the Venza and the Crown Signia. Back in 2024, the Venza had a starting MSRP of around $35,000 for the lowest trim. The least expensive 2025 Toyota Crown Signia is the XLE trim, and that's going to come in at about $44,900. I think it's interesting that Toyota did not keep the price in the same range of the Venza. After all, they are quite similar and have similar powertrain specs.
Looking for a vehicle with road presence? This Crown Signia has definitely got it. This is the Limited, which is the top trim for this year, as there's only two available, the Limited and then the XLE. As we look at the front fascia, what do you guys think? It's very Lexus-y. I feel like we're getting into like that spindly territory, which you either love or hate, but I love the paint matchness of it. It's also low, it's wide, it's sharp, it's sexy. Yeah, very Lexus-y. Let me know what you guys think about it down below in the comments. And as we look back even further, I love the profile of this thing. I mean, it's undeniably a wagon, and I love to see that.
Subaru has been dominating the wagon market for a while, so this is a much needed addition. Even if Toyota is marketing this as a crossover, let's be real here, this is a wagon, and it's certainly not a bad thing. The chiseled lines down the sides, black accents, and those limited trim exclusive 21-inch alloy wheels make it look more expensive than it is. Storm Cloud is the color that you see here. It's moody, modern, and very attractive. For 2025, you were able to pick from 5 colors. They're all well curated, and if it were my vehicle, I would probably go with the bronze age paint. Compared to the Crown Sedan, this is 2 inches shorter, 3 inches taller, and has about an inch more in ground clearance. This is sort of Toyota's version of the Lexus RX, and they even share the same 112.2-inch wheelbase.
All right, guys, so as we look at the rear end of the vehicle, let me know what you guys think about the looks down below. I think it matches the same vibe as the front. I love to see it. We've got hidden parking sensors. We've got hidden cameras, all gonna help with our 360 view monitoring. We lift up the power operated liftgate. I love to see that. And what we're looking at is 24.8 cubic feet of space. This is plenty of room to store a whole bunch of stuff and still have plenty of room in the second row. We also get this nifty little privacy screen, you could call it, so you could shut the liftgate and no one can see what you have stored down below. And what we're gonna do is take this thing out to give you a better shot of what we're looking at. This is really cool because with a lot of luxury vehicles, they implement buttons to fold things down. And while those are cool, sometimes the electronics kind of short circuit or they take forever. Check out this purely mechanical feature. I'm gonna just pull this like that and it's gonna fold down perfectly flat. And I'm also gonna do that on this side. That is so unbelievably easy. Now what we're looking at now is 66.1 cubic feet of space. This is plenty of room, and it's even more amazing that it actually folds flat. Now, believe it or not, we're gonna throw a photo of a china cabinet that I bought from Goodwill that actually fit in this thing, and yes, the liftgate indeed closed all the way with no issues. Very practical vehicle. I love to see that, but as we look just a little bit lower underneath here, there's gonna be no spare tire. With hybrid vehicles, there is typically a sacrifice in terms of storage space and what can be optioned in the rear end, because that's where kind of the battery and components lie. So unfortunately, no spare tire, which is definitely noteworthy. All right, guys, lifting up the hood here. I wouldn't say this is the lightest hood in the world, and we have a prop rod on the left side. Coming in at almost 50 grand. A prop rod? What's going on? Anyway, this is a 2.5 liter inline-4 engine, naturally aspirated. It is mated to Toyota's hybrid system with one electric motor in the front, one electric motor in the rear, all contributing to that on-demand all-wheel drive. For horsepower, you're looking at 240, and you're looking at 178 foot-pounds of torque. Now, I know those numbers may not seem the most impressive on paper, but this thing is relatively quick. It definitely goes. They're more impressive in person and driving it. Now, all of this, of course, is mated to an eCVT, which works in this vehicle and is generally reliable. But let me know what you guys think about that down below in the comments.
For gas mileage, you're looking at 39 in the city, 37 on the highway, for a combined 39 miles per gallon. That is certainly not too shabby. Inside, Toyota went all out. The limited trim gives you soft leather all around, heated and cooled front seats, a massive panoramic glass roof, and materials that toe the line between high-end Toyota and base Lexus.
I love this saddle tan interior. It is exceptionally gorgeous, but if this color isn't your pick, you can also option for black. Just those two colors though. As we look though at these 8-way power adjustable seats, very attractive. And you'll notice the seam that runs across the top and into the headrest. It's a bronzish color, and that bronze is prevalent throughout the cabin. We have it up here on the trim, around the AC vent, even on the volume knob and on the shifter. And I think that speaks volumes. The attention to detail is here. Not only is it here, but it's executed flawlessly, in my opinion. For our display, we have a 12.3-inch infotainment screen. It does have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto wireless compatibility. And this housing, one thing that doesn't get talked about enough in these car reviews is when you have a dash like this covered in chrome trim, it looks very attractive, but when it's 12 o'clock and the sun's directly above you, all of that shininess is going to be reflected up into the windshield, and it's very, very distracting. I really like this. It's all black. Even up top, it's black. That saddle color doesn't continue, and I think that's perfect because in this vehicle, I haven't noticed any reflections, and big props to Toyota for that. We also have another 12.3-inch screen for the tack area. It's all electric. You've got your RPMs, your speedometer, and all that fun jazz. As we look at our steering wheel, it has everything you need and nothing you don't. You got your cruise control, you can skip your songs, select different things. An interesting thing though is the paddle shifters on the back. I'm all one to love paddle shifters and stuff, but when you pair it with a CVT, I don't feel it performs in a way where I'm encouraged to use it. It doesn't give me that satisfaction of I'm really slowing down the car if I'm downshifting and whatnot. I would have much preferred in this hybrid to have seen these control the regenerative braking. That's something that I'm really starting to appreciate in a lot of these hybrid vehicles. And as we look at our door panels, everything is sleek and modern. We have 2-position memory, so if you're someone who doesn't like other people driving your car, fret not. You can set the seat to how you want it and always have the peace of mind that anyone can drive it and mess it up any which way they want. You could just click the button and you'll be back. As we look at our center display area for the center console and everything, I really wanted to hate this thing because I saw this paint that looked like your fingerprints would show on it, and they don't really show at all, and I love that. And if you look really closely when the sun shines on it, you can see some sparkles in there, some pinks, some golds. I really like it. It's very upscale. And our shifter, now this is something that is a little unique to get used to. You kind of have to just play around with it, and then it's going to become second nature, and I actually really enjoy using it now. Basically, It's in park, you put it in park with this little button, but if you were to put it in drive, you move it to the left and you go down. Now you're in drive. Move it to the left, go up, puts you in reverse. Move it to the side and you're fully in neutral. Let's go ahead and put that in pause. Just in front of our little shift knob, we have the 360 camera button. And if you're gonna click that, it's gonna greet you to a full panoramic view of what's around you when you're in park. But if you press this button and you're in drive, you can see what's around your vehicle on the left side of the screen and what's in front of your vehicle on the right side. This has been so helpful when I've been parking, because I like to park backwards, but some places they don't allow you to for some reason. So I'm always worried I'm gonna hit the curb, but no need to fret with technology like this. And drive-throughs, don't worry about curbing those wheels, because press that button and you're gonna navigate through that easily. Just to the right of that little button, we have two USB-C ports. Again, I like to see it. It's futuristic, it's modern, and it's gonna charge your phone way faster than those old USB-A ports. Just to the left and slightly in front, we have a QI compatible phone charger to put your phone in. I love the way it secures my phone, but I'm not the biggest fan of the way it charges my phone. I wouldn't say it charges it very well, but it keeps it alive, so it works, but my phone does get very hot. All right, let's look up just a little bit further. We have our rear view mirror that acts as a camera or a traditional rear view mirror. I really like this, and I'm really liking how they're including this in a lot of these newer vehicles, because it's just plain cool. One thing about these though is when someone's behind you and you've got the camera activated, you're gonna see everything that they're doing in the back, which if you're into people watching, that might be your thing, but it's pretty funny. Now, also unique about this vehicle is you can option a dash cam. I think that's cool that you can do that from the factory. Very easy to use, put the little SIM card in and press record. Love to see it. All right, and let's talk about the last thing here, the center console. Check this out. It can be opened from the passenger side or the driver's side. Very cool. It's nothing new, but I think it works and functions very nice. We also have this little divider where the cup holders are to make even more space. So I love to see it. And by the way, storage space in this thing is pretty nice. We have one USB-C port also in there, and your standard AC cigarette lighter in there as well. All right, let's climb in the back and see how much room we got. All right guys, so I'm sitting back here now, and check out this panoramic sunroof that you get with this limited trim. This is awesome for your rear passengers, and even if you have kids, open this thing up and it's huge. They will really appreciate this. So sitting back here, I have plenty, and I mean plenty of room. 39.1 inches of headroom, 37.1 inches of legroom, so I'm able to kind of sprawl out and get comfortable. And I have to say, these rear seats are more plush than the ones in the front. So, in my opinion, they are a little bit more comfortable. The front has great bolstering, and I feel very in control and good while I'm driving, but after a long commute, it wasn't, I would say, the most comfortable. Back here, it is comfortable, a little more plush. I appreciate the angle that it's set in. It's a good balance between relaxation, but also alertness. I also really appreciate the rear AC vents. I feel like sometimes in these new vehicles, they neglect the rear passengers by not offering any type of climate control back here. And I think this is really important to have, especially if you live in Arizona, and maybe even if you have kids, because maybe they do sports and they want to get into the car after a game and be cooled down immediately. This is great for that. You also have two USB-C charging ports, so in addition to your kids staying cool or your passengers staying cool, they can stay connected to their phone and not bother you while you're driving, listening to this JBL sound system. All right guys, so with that being said, I say we take this thing for a test drive. Now here's where the Crown Signia really surprised me. It doesn't drive like a traditional crossover. It feels planted and composed, almost car-like, but with a ride height and visibility that people want. There's an almost calmness or relaxation effect that you get when driving this vehicle. I'm gonna take this corner at speed. and it just listens to you. That all-wheel drive keeps this vehicle planted, and you can really whip this thing like a sedan. But yeah, like I said, a calmness to it where it's very point and shoot. You put your foot down, you allow the electric motor to get you started, and then the motor is going to kick on. It's going to get you to your destination in a seamless fashion. So for this thing, you do get drive modes. You get eco, normal, sport, and custom, and they all do something, which is fantastic. I will say, when you do put it into sport mode, you're going to hear some fake engine sound. So if you're not a fan of that, keep it out of sport mode. But I think, you know, for the average driver, driving it in normal mode is all you need. It's got plenty of punch, and you're still getting, you know, high 30s, low 40s for miles per gallon. Over the weekend, my girlfriend and I have been doing this landscaping project in the backyard, and we absolutely know nothing about that kind of stuff because it's our first time having a backyard. So we took many trips to and fro the Home Depot. We got all of our stuff loaded up in here and spent a lot of time in this thing. And at the very end of a long, hard day, she hit me with the, can you go back to the store and get some Fritos for the chili? Now, I love chili and I appreciate my girlfriend for cooking, but the last thing I wanted to do was get back into the car. But as a good man does, I obliged. And as I put this thing in reverse and put it into drive, the sun was going down. I had nothing playing on the radio. It was just silent. I was so tired. The vehicle just went smooth, quiet acceleration, and genuinely, like honestly, it put a smile on my face, and all the feelings of dread of having to go back to the store were washed away because of how enjoyable and easy to drive this vehicle is. So we drive a lot of press cars here at the Collector Car Network, and this is something I really would want to get into after doing, you know, a hard day's work.
So what's the verdict? The Crown Signia, to me, is a home run. It's not a Lexus, and it's not pretending to be, but it comes close in all the right ways. But for $52,000 fully loaded, does it deliver the comfort, the fuel economy, the tech, and the style? I think so. It's one of those vehicles that doesn't try to be everything for everyone, it just quietly nails its purpose. There's no drama, there's no gimmicks, just a really well executed hybrid.
But with no rear privacy glass, no heads-up display, no spare tire, and limited ground clearance, all for more money than its predecessor, is it worth the cost? Let me know what you guys think about it down below in the comments. This was a fully loaded top trim one coming in at $52,000 out the door. Let me know again what you guys think. Now remember, everything we have said is subjective. We'd always recommend go to your local Toyota dealership, try one of these things out for yourselves, and then let us know down in the comments if you agreed with some of our talking points or how you felt about the vehicle. Also, remember, if you're in the market for maybe a classic car or collector vehicle, going over to our website, ClassicCars.com. That's our online marketplace with over 38,000 listings live across the site nationwide. We also have a sister website, AutoHunter.com. That's going to be our 7-day online auction. And guys, that's pretty much it for me. I will see y'all in the next review. Thank you so much for watching.